Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we have a question from Hengrave5, and it goes: I often find that in this non-dual community there is talk of truth, as there is in many religious circles. The principal method, it seems, for determining this truth is based on feelings. Different people are having different feelings: the Christian, the Muslim, the Buddhist, the non-dualist, etc. Catholics talk about when you know that you know, you know that you know. My only question is, how do you know your feelings, let's say, about your true nature, that you are pure consciousness, that there is no ego, etc., are true, when we all know that feelings are sometimes false, and even on the spiritual path there are false summits, red herrings. It seems to me we are always dealing with provisional truth. In other words, the best version of truth we have available at the moment, but experience teaches us that there is always a bigger picture than a bigger picture that we didn't see at the time and which modifies previous truth. It seems better to live in a constant state of unknowingness and not make claims about truth at all. All right. Thank you for sticking through the question. There are different traditions, of course, but all traditions, if it is a Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, they actually come to the same realization. We can, so to speak, attack or aim for our ultimate being directly from the top, for example, in a non-dualistic path, or we can take a more progressive path, a path of meditation, of tapas, of sadhana, where we build up a practice and there is a meditator that thinks he or she is becoming something or becoming better. Now, feelings are important when you are on a progressive path, because prayer, for example, is meditation. For prayer, you need emotions, you need feelings. And meditation as well, the driving force of the meditation is the emotion, right? But in non-duality, this all is discarded and the realization goes exactly to what we are before feelings, before perceptions, before there are emotions. So, as you probably already know, Hengrave, feelings are an appearance in the self as well. And the Mandukya Upanishad is a very good one and very often used, the teaching of the waking state, the dreaming state, and the deep sleep. And what they talk about there is the so-called fourth state, which is not a state, called Turiya in Hindu tradition. And that is the state that governs all other states. So there are a lot, I'm coming really to know now that there are a lot of misconceptions and there is still a lot of struggle even in the non-dual community, although it is so easy. And when you realize it, all your questions will be answered by themselves. But let's get back to the Mandukya Upanishad, where let's go to consciousness first. A lot of teachers speak about consciousness and awareness, but what we are is not even that. Okay? So, example, during your waking state, you are conscious. Okay? Consciousness is. And that can be mistaken for the self. All right? When you are dreaming, you are still conscious. Okay? And when you are sleeping, you are aware of not being conscious. So you are still there. In the waking state, there is a knowing that you are conscious. In the dreaming state, there is a knowing that you are conscious. In the deep sleep state, there is a knowing that there is no consciousness there. And that is called Turiya. And without Turiya, none of these states can even exist. Okay, so Turiya is what you really are, is your true self, your true being. And that has nothing to do with feelings. Okay, we can feel something. There's a knowing of the feeling. We know that we are conscious. But what we are is not describable with words. So, but we have to use pointers. You see, even that's what I'm trying to say in this video, that all we can do is point. And even words like consciousness or awareness are pointers. They are themselves. They are concepts. And they are not what you are. So what we have to do is we have to look for that which is unchanging, which is not changing at all, which is there the whole time, even before you were born. And I can leave you with an exercise because people want something. I will give you something. Try to do this. So before you fall asleep, try to really be really still and silent and just notice your being. It is noticed by itself. It is effortless. There is nothing to do here. Coming back to the beginning of the video, we have a meditator that is trying to do something, and in the end they realize, oh, there was nothing to do at all. So come back to your sense of being and gradually take it into the sleeping phase. And again, in the morning, normally before we wake up into the conscious awake state, we go through dream state. And in the dream, you are aware. You are aware. So when you wake up, the same awareness, trace it. Is there a difference of this knowing in the dream from the knowing in the conscious state, in the waking state? Okay, and you will see there is isness, basically your true being, what you really are beyond consciousness. So if I might ask you, have you had any thoughts today in deep sleep? Your answer is probably no. But you know that you did not have any thoughts in deep sleep. Okay, I hope that helps. Now your last sentence. It seems better to live in a constant state of unknowingness and not make claims about truth at all. Yeah, that's the point. Why should we stay in ignorance at all? Why should we do things at all, right? Why in your workplace there are things that are done in a specific way? Why do them in the specific way and not just leave everything like it is and keep living in ignorance? Because it doesn't make any sense to live in ignorance when we realize that all of this is more like a dream, also analogy pointer used, than pure reality. What is real is really you, your true self, your true nature, and that is just overlooked and ignored. And some people, they get it really quick. But for most of us, it takes time to go through these apparently layers of mind, of thought, of ego, to come to realize your natural ease of being, of isness, that is unchanging the whole time, always, before you were born, after you die, all the time, anywhere, all at once. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did, then give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'd be happy to see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.